All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga.
Hare
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamunatira Banacharya Yamunatira Banacharya Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gaura Premanandi Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayen Nasta Prayesha Vadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttamasloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd Canto, Chapter 1, Text 1. Shri Shuka Uvacha Evam Metat Pura Prishto Maitreyo Bhagavan Kila Chatravanam Pravishtena Tyaktva Swagriham Riddhimat Shishuka Uvacha Evametat Pura Prishto Maitreyo Bhagavan Kila Chatravanam Pravishtena Tyaktva swagriham riddhimat. Please chant. Shri Shuka Uvacha Evam etat pura prishto Maitreya Bhagavan Kila Chatravanam Pravishtena Taktva Swagriham Riddhimat. Shri Shuka Uvacha Maitreya Bhagavan Kila. Ladies, Maitreya Bhagavan Kila. Chatravanam pravishtena taktva sagriham. Shri Shuka Uvacha. Shri Shukadev Goswami said, Evam thus, etat this, Pura formerly, Prishta being asked, Maitreya, the great sage Maitreya, Bhagavan, His grace, Kila, certainly, Chatra, by Vidura, Vanam, forest, Pravishtena, entering, Tyaktva, renouncing, Swagriham, own house, Riddhimat, prosperous. Translation. Shukadeva Goswami said, after renouncing his prosperous home and entering the forest, King Vidura, the great devotee, asked this question of His Grace Maitreya Rishi. No purport, we need read the next verse. Yadva ayam mantra kridvo Bhagavan akileshwaraha Pauravendra griham hitva Praviveshatma satkritam. What else is there to say about the residential house of the Pandavas? Sri Krishna, the Lord of everything, acted as your minister. He used to enter that house as if it were his own, and he did not take any care of Duryodhana's house. Purport. According to the Gaudiya Achintya Veda Tattva philosophy, anything which satisfies the senses of the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna, is also Sri Krishna. For example, Shri Vrindavan Dham is non different from Sri Krishna, Tad Dhama Vrindavanam, because at Vrindavan the Lord enjoys the transcendental bliss of His internal potency. Similarly, the house of the Pandavas was also the source of transcendental bliss for the Lord. It is mentioned here that the Lord identified the house with His own self. Thus the house of the Pandavas was as good as Vrindavan, and Vidura should not have given up that place of transcendental bliss. Therefore, the reason for his quitting the house was not exactly family misunderstanding. Rather, Vidura took the opportunity to meet Rishi Maitreya and discuss transcendental knowledge. For a saintly person like Vidura, any disturbance due to the worldly affairs is insignificant. Such disturbances, however, are sometimes favorable for higher realization, and therefore Vidura took advantage of a family misunderstanding in order to meet Maitreya Rishi. Om Agyana Timirandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chaksharu Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Bandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shirupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vanchakalpatarobhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripatamaham bande Shri Gurum Dinataranam. So Vidura left his home because he has a big misunderstanding with Duryodhana. Was not small, was very big. Because he was always preaching to his brother, Dhritarashtra, that be fair with the Pandavas. You are being unfair with them. And your son Duryodhana is trying to harm them in so many ways. So you should do something. Should stop your son from doing this thing. So Duryodhana didn't like that. Well, he didn't like that. So he insulted him very severely. And actually he asked him to leave the palace. No? It's interesting that in the text 1, it is said King Vidura. Royal family, of course, royal family. The king was his brother, but same family. And actually Duryodhana brought up about him being the son of a servant, a maid servant. He brought that up, that the story, how that happened, from Mahabharata. So, Achintya Veda Veda Tattva. This is the philosophy of Gaudiya Vaishnavas, explained by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Everything one, different at the same time, simultaneously and conceivably. So, anything that pleases Krishna is also Krishna, and not Krishna at the same time. So here, Prabhupada said, Tadhama Vrindavanam, the Vrindavan non different from Krishna, because Krishna enjoys there his internal potency. The whole atmosphere in Vrindavan is that of pure love for Krishna. When Krishna walks next to the Yamuna stopped flowing to catch Krishna's dust, lotus feet dust. And sometime with Yamuna, with its waves, take a lotus flower and put it at Krishna's lotus feet as an offering. Everything there is conscious. There's no dead matter. Everything is conscious. The water, the stones, everything is Krishna conscious. So in that atmosphere, Krishna enjoys so many wonderful pastimes. He enjoys an internal potency. That's very important concept in our philosophy, that God, Krishna, is the supreme enjoyer. Rasa Raj. Rasa Raj. And Radharani is Mahabhav. She has the greatest ecstasy. And Krishna is the enjoyer of all rasas. Supreme enjoyer. Because generally people, they go to God, go to church, temple, mosque, pray to God, please make me happy in this life, in the material life. But they don't understand that God is supreme enjoyer. He's enjoying something much better. And He's inviting us. Krishna come to Vrindavan to show us how happy the life in Vrindavan is. Why you're rotting in the material world, suffering birth, old age, disease, death. Better come to me, you will be happy forever. That is Krishna's promise. Jamma karma chame divyam evam yoveti tattva taktadeham punar jamma naiti mameti. So Arjuna, if you understand in true the transcendental nature of my birth and activities, you don't have to take another birth. You come to me, to my abode. So that's Krishna's promise. And what means to understand Krishna in true? Somebody may say, okay, I read Bhagavad Gita, I accept Krishna as God, as Supreme Lord. No, that entails Sharanagati. Understanding means loving surrender, full surrender. If you actually understand that we are part of Krishna, we are His eternal servant, then what is next? Surrender, loving surrender. Not force. Krishna doesn't like to force anyone. Everything has to be voluntarily. Krishna didn't come to this world to try to convince some soul to surrender to Him. He was in need of some servant. No. He can create millions of servants in a second, like this. But He wants us to voluntarily love Him. Without love, there is no possibility of service. Because a man can pay a servant, but does not love. There is only exchange. I give you money, you do something for me. But Krishna doesn't like this type of thing. He wants only out of love, no business. That's the special thing about the inhabitants of Vrindavan. They don't care if Krishna is God or not God. They don't care. They don't know. Not because of ignorance, they don't know because of pure love. Yoga Maya makes everybody forget. A spiritual illusion. So the love will be natural, spontaneous. No calculation. Okay, if He's God, I will worship Him. If He's not God, I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe not. There is no such calculation. So, first we have to be, here in the material world, we have to be fully convinced that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And when we go back to Godhead, we have to forget that forever. First we have to be convinced here. And surrender. Then everything's taken care of. Some time ago, I was invited to give a lecture in one university in South America, Salvador, theological department. And one student asked me this question. He said, did God create the whole universe? I say, yes, of course. He said, well, if that is true, then there's a lot of evil in the world. So that means He also created evil. So if God created evil, He also must be not so good. How you explain that? And I told him, do you believe that darkness exists? He said, yes. He said, no, darkness doesn't exist. Darkness is only the absence of light. If at night you turn off the light on your room, and then you turn it on back, you don't see the darkness fighting to stay in the room. Have the room in darkness, have the room in light fighting who will stay. There's only science fiction. So darkness, only absence of light. Light can be studied. You can study light, the speed of light, the colors, or everything. But darkness, nobody study because nothing is there. There's only absence of light. So in the same way, I told him, the evil in the world is the absence of God in the heart of people. People give their back to God. People are creating evil, not God. No? So you can't blame God because of the problems of the world. Many people became atheists because they give this argument. Oh, if God exists, why there is so much evil in the world? Why so much hatred, violence, innocent people dying, so many bad things? So must be God doesn't exist. You know that 4,000 years ago, there was one Iranian philosopher. His name was Zarathustra. And he came up with the idea that there must be two gods. Because the God in heaven is all good, but the one who created the material world full of bad things, he must be a different God. So he came with this idea that there is a good God and a bad God, not God. Prabhupada said, if a guru say, I am God, he's dog. Anyway, so he went to India, tried to introduce his philosophy that there are two gods, one good, one bad, but he didn't succeed there. They have better philosophy there. So he went to the Middle East and he convinced the Hebrew people of his idea. So then that bad God became Satan, the devil, Lucifer. That became that. So there is duality. There's one, and this idea is non-logical, because God, Krishna, Lord Ramchandra, they also fought many demons, killed them. So if there is actually a demon living in hell, seducing people to come to hell, why God can't go hell, kill the guy, and finish the business, if he's all-powerful? So nobody can be immortal, eternal, and be bad at the same time. Anybody who's eternal has to be a good person, a spiritual person, a spirit soul surrendered to God. Otherwise, can't attain immortality. So, anyway, so here we find that Vidura took the opportunity of this misunderstanding between his Duryodhana and himself to go and meet Maitreya Rishi for association. You know, Vidura in his past life was Yamaraj. And he is the most busy demigod in all the universe, because there are more sinful people than pious people in the world. So he's very busy. But he is one of the Mahajans, so he also wants to preach. So Krishna made the arrangement that one sage was living in his hut, and some thieves were hiding from the soldier, the king, and they took shelter inside of his hut. So they arrested, all of them arrested the Rishi Tambia also. So the Rishi was going to be killed along with the thieves, the rogues. But the king recognized, no, this is a sage, don't kill him. But they almost hurt him. They touched his body. Some little blood came out with a spear, you know. So I think his name was Mandukya Muni. He went to Yamaraj and asked him, why this was going to happen to me? What did I did in my karma to be for this to me to happen? Yamaraj told him, when you was a 5-year-old boy, you pierced an ant with a sharp with a sharp something, whatever, sharp grass or something. So because of that, he was going to be pierced also. But Mandukya Muni said, but I think this is unfair. I think this was just misjudgment on your part, because 5 years old, how can be conscious of what he's doing? Innocent person. So I think you should become the son of a Shudrani. He cursed him to become the son of a Shudrani. Actually, it was a blessing in disguise, that he took opportunity to be born as Vidura and preach to his brother Dhritarashtra and have the association of Krishna and the Pandavas and Maitreya Rishi. So it was a very good arrangement for Yamaraj. Then Mandukya Muni said to Yamaraj, from now on, only children above the age of 10, they are responsible for their actions. He made that statement. It's so powerful. The Rishi, he can make this kind of statement and has to happen. Amazing, isn't it? Anyway, so why Krishna loved so much the house of the Pandavas? Because they're very dear devotees. He loved the Pandavas so much because they are all of them pure devotees, surrendered to him, fully surrendered to him. So Krishna took pleasure in their company. Krishna once with the Pandavas, and they were going to do a yagya. And that yagya, part of the yagya, they have to invite all the rishis and sages for prasad. And the arrangement was that if the yagya was successful, the conch shell will blow itself. Nobody will blow it. The conch shell will blow itself. That means it was successful, the yagya. But after they did all the yagyas and the ceremonies, and they fed all the rishis and Vaishnavas, everyone, still the conch shell will start sounding but stop immediately. So they were surprised why it's not going on. And then Draupadi said, Krishna said, then must be you didn't invite a pure devotee. There are here some, but not a pure devotee. Oh, great sages here, none of them pure devotee. No, they are devotee, but not free from false ego completely. So what we should do, he said, I know one pure devotee who lives here. You should invite him. Nobody knows he's pure devotee. He's tried to hide it from other people. But you should invite him. His name was Valmiki. Not the Valmiki of Ramayana, a different Valmiki. So Arjuna and Bhima went to his house and invited him. Please come, take prasad at our home, we'll be blessed. He said, no, I can't do that. Why? Please come, we want you to come, bless our home. He said, no, I'm accustomed to serve prasad to the Vaishnavas, and I will stay outside the house. They give me some remnant, I will be happy with that. No, they said, please, Krishna himself asked us to bring you. So he said, I can't disobey Krishna, so I must go with you. So he went. He said, no, I will be outside the house. No, please. They pushed him inside the house. They made him sit down. They brought nice thali, mahaprasad. But he mixed everything together, sweet, sour, salty, everything he mixed together and ate that. But still after he ate, the conch shell will not sound. So they were surprised. They asked Krishna, why is that? Ask Draupadi. She knows the answer. So they asked Draupadi. She said, well, when I saw Valmiki mixing all the food together, I was upset. Because I cooked this and I wanted him to relish each preparation. But by mixing everything together, I thought this Vaishnava doesn't know how to eat properly. He's not appreciating my cooking. So he's not so good. So because I thought like that, that's why this happened. So they went to the sage, Valmiki, and asked him, please, can you explain why you mixed everything together? He said, because this is Mahaprasad. And if I start making difference, this tastes better than this, and this is nicer, I want more of this, then I'm making material difference between Mahaprasad. That's why I mix everything together, so I relish Mahaprasad without trying to enjoy it. And when he taught like that, Draupadi asked forgiveness. All the Pandavas appreciated his mood, his bhav. Immediately the conscience started sounding very loudly, giving assurance that the yagya was perfect, fully successful. So it's difficult to understand the mind of pure devotees. Sometimes they do things you don't understand why. For example, in Chaitanya Lila, Gaura Lila, there was one devotee, pure devotee, named Kalidas. And he liked it very much to serve the Vaishnavas prasad. He will make big arrangement, spend a lot of money, big cooking, offer the food to Krishna, and he served the Vaishnavas. And after they eat, he will lick all the banana leaf. He will lick. He will eat. Even new devotees, he didn't care. New devotee, old devotee, every devotee. He didn't make distinction. So that was his mood. So one day he went with a bag of mangoes to the house of one Vaishnava. His name was Mamu Thakur. He was from a Shudra family, but he was pure devotee. So he knocked on his door, said, "Please accept this gift, mango." No, you're Brahmana, I'm Shudra, I'm serving you, not you serving me. No, this is not for you. This is for your Thakurji. You offered for your Thakurji this. So, okay, I accept for my Thakurji. So Mamu Thakur offered the mangoes to his Thakurji, and along with his wife, they sat down while eating the Mahaprasad. Kalidas was hiding outside the house behind the tree. He was waiting. And when the wife came out with the garbage of the mango, threw it in the garbage can, and she entered the house, he came out from hiding and started licking all the mangoes, the Mahaprasad. And because he did that, he had this mood, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will visit every day Lord Jagannath temple. And before entering the temple, a devotee will come and wash his feet. So Mahaprabhu entered the temple because he was walking barefoot. But he forbade devotees to touch this water or to drink it or nothing. Nobody dared to disobey his order. But one day Kalidas was there and he jumped and started drinking. He drank 3 times. Put in his head, drank 3 times. All the devotees were in shock. What's going to happen now? But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu smiled. He said, "You satisfy your desire, drunk 3 times is enough. 3 times is enough, no more." Like that. So that means Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was pleased with his service to the Vaishnavas. So that's why he allowed him to have Charanamrit. So that's very important thing. We can't go directly to Krishna. We have to go through Guru and Vaishnavas. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught 3 very important things. Namaruchi, develop taste for chanting the holy name. Sometimes the devotee asks, how can I develop taste for chanting if I don't have taste? A good question, because most of the time we chant mechanically. No? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. The mind goes here and there. So how to develop taste? Once a devotee asked Prabhupada this question. Prabhupada, I'm a very proud person. How can I become humble? Prabhupada said, by being humble. Another devotee asked Prabhupada, how can I become expert in Sankirtan? Prabhupada said, how somebody become a drunkard? By drinking. If you drink every day, become drunkard. In the same way, you want to develop taste for chanting, chant. Keep chanting more and more. The taste will come. Sometimes devotees say, no, I will not chant unless I feel it. When you will feel it, if you don't chant. So, feeling will come naturally when the heart starts clean. Then naturally feeling will come. Because Jiva Goswami advised we should chant with feeling like a helpless child calling mother. calling his mother. If the child doesn't cry, mother doesn't feed the child. So the child has to cry. So the mother knows he's hungry. If the child not hungry, but you want to be naughty, crying, not real tears, crocodile tears, not real tears, the mother will know. She can't be fooled by artificial crying. She knows. But when really is crying, she knows he's in need. The mother can know that. So the same, Krishna knows what is our feeling. He's Baba Grahi Janardana. He's in our heart. He knows our intention. He knows everything about everyone. So it's very important to pray to the holy name, to pray to Krishna. Please help me to chant better so I can please you better. I can be of some service to you. So that's very important thing, you know. You know, Gaur-Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj said that Babaji and Radha Kund, they are accustomed to give this initiation. What is called? What is the name of that? Siddha Pranali mantra. They give some mantra revealing who you are, you know. And Gaur-Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj said, or Siddha Pranali mantra for Gaudiya Vaishnavas, followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is this: Trinadapi sunichena tarodapi sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. One should feel oneself lower than the blade of grass. A straw on the street, not blade of grass. Why not the grass? The grass is also on the floor, because if you step on the grass, it lowers its head. But when you take your foot off, start rising back again. So it's not good example, not a good symbol of humility. But the straw, the wind takes one way, takes the other way, doesn't put any resistance. So real humbleness means not to put any resistance to the will of Guru and Krishna. That's real humility. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said that Hanuman burning Lanka, that's Trinadapi Sunichena. Because he's doing it in the spirit of service to Ramachandra. Ramachandra didn't ask him to burn Lanka. But he wanted to show how powerful is Lord Ramachandra. Even his servant could do so much harm, what to speak of his master. He wanted to show them. And that's actual humility in the service of the Lord. So, of course, we also know from Ramayana that when they were building the bridge, one little squirrel was helping putting stones there. But sometimes she will get in the way of Hanuman. So Hanuman, move aside, you know, you're... But Ramchandra chastised, no. She's doing her best with her ability. You must appreciate her effort to put some stones also. So it's very important instruction. Prabhupada said appreciation amongst devotees create a Vaikuntha atmosphere. So it's very important, appreciation amongst devotees. And you know that Ramachandra told Hanuman, we need to finish this bridge faster. Why you don't bring some mountain, we finish immediately? Yes, I will do. So Hanuman arrived in Vrindavan, Brajamandal, and he saw Govardhan there, big mountain. Oh, this mountain immediately will finish. So he tried to lift the mountain, he could not lift the mountain. He said, must be very high personality. Let me first do parikrama, prayer, and ask, please. So he did parikrama. So Hanuman was the first to do Govardhan parikrama. So he prayed, please Govardhan, come with me. I want to serve my Lord Ramachandra to make a bridge. Govardhan said, yes, I want to serve my Lord, please take me with you. Immediately, he started lifting Govardhan, and the voice of Lord Ramachandra was heard in the sky. Hanuman, we finished the bridge, don't bring any mountain. Govardhan started crying, lamenting, I missed the opportunity to serve my Lord. And the Lord said, be patient. Govardhan, I will come in Dwapar Yuga, you will do a lot of service for me. We will have many pastimes together. I will lift you up. Hare Krishna. So thank you for the opportunity to say something about the wonderful Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy. And if you have any comment or question, please do. Otherwise, we can finish here. I have to go to the airport anyway. Yes, some few questions we can accept.
Okay. Those yajnas which used to be performed in olden days, kings were doing those yajnas. Don't you think that because of those yajnas, royal treasuries used to be exhausted due to such misplaced generosities?
Can somebody please explain to me the question?
Because, in short, because of the yajnas, don't you think that the treasuries used to be exhausted due to such misplaced generosities?
Yes. Well, in Treta Yuga, that was the process for everyone to attend yagyas done by the kings. Utensil has to be made of gold, pure gold, and they can be used only once. So only kings can do this type of yagya, but all the people will come and take part of the yagya. They also will benefit from the yagya. Even sometime Lord Vishnu himself will appear in the yagya, blessing everyone. So that was the process for Treta Yuga. And of course, still Dwapara Yuga, they still do yagyas. But the main process in Dwapara Yuga was deity worship. Very opulent, very grander opulence in deity worship. So that means the king, they have to help the people spiritually, so that those yagya were done not just for themselves, but the benefit of everyone who attended the yagya. So that was their compassion, their love for the subject as their children. They were very pious, great saintly kings, Rajarshi. So that's why yagya was important. Of course, in this age, nobody can afford to put all this gold, not possible. So that's why Mahaprabhu inaugurated the Sankirtan Yagya. Just chant the holy name, and congregationally. So there is no contradiction there in doing yagya. We still do sometimes yagyas also. Although it is for Dwapara Yuga, and Treta Yuga, I mean, or deity worship for Dwapara Yuga, still we do both. But emphasis is most importantly in chanting the holy name offenselessly. And the most common offense is to be distracted, not pay attention. And unless we try to put more attention, to concentrate more on the chanting, we can make other offenses too. Some time ago, I was in Spain. I was recently, but few years before, and one devotee came to me and he said, I'm chanting 16 rounds. Oh, he's new devotee, Bhakta. Oh, congratulations, very nice. He said, but I'm also committing many offenses. What should I do? Should I stop chanting? I said, no, you should stop doing offenses. Not stop chanting, never stop chanting. It's also offense to stop chanting. Any other comment, question? We give the mic, please.
Maharaj, you mentioned how one devotee asked Prabhupada, it's so difficult to be humble.
Yes.
And Prabhupada said, so be humble. Yes. So can you explain it a bit more?
Meaning, things are achieved by doing them. Our philosophy is not theoretical. Our philosophy is to put in practice. No? So, every opportunity you get to be humble, then try to be humble. That's the meaning. That's what Prabhupada wanted to to mean by that. If you want to do something, you can do it. Take opportunity, every opportunity. You know, like businessmen, they don't let any opportunity to make more money to go away. Immediately they take advantage. So in the same way, devotees should take every advantage, every opportunity to be humble. And how is that? How is that? Suppose somebody is pointing at you your defects. You have this problem, that problem, and what you should do. No, it's not true. Don't speak like that. No, there's opportunity for you to practice humility. You said, Prabhu, it is true. I have all these problems. Thank you for pointing at me. I have much more, but thank you not telling all of them. At least you're saying only few. Say, please help me become better. Then as opportunity to practice humility. See? And how to practice humility when somebody is praising you. Somebody is praising you, oh, you are such nice devotee, or this, that. And you try to be humble. No, don't say that, I'm fallen soul. But inside you may think, oh, finally somebody recognizing me. But there is one nice story, how to see it differently. Ramanujacharya had a disciple named Govindadas, was his cousin actually, and he was a pure devotee. So one day he was with his godbrothers and they were praising him. Oh Govinda, you are so humble, so tolerant, so compassionate, so loving, like that. They were praising him, telling all his good quality. And to their shock, Govinda said, yes, it is true, I have all these good qualities. They were in shock because, so they went to Ramanujacharya and told him, surprising how Govinda became proud. He said, call him here. So Govinda came to his guru, and Ramanujacharya told him, what is this Govinda? It is not good to be proud. You're a pure Vaishnava. How is that you say like that? And Govinda thus said, my dear Guru Maharaj, of course I have no good quality at all. But if I recognize that I have any good quality, because I know if I have any is only due to your mercy alone. And how can I deny that you gave me your mercy? By accepting I have those qualities, I'm accepting that you gave me your mercy. How can I deny it? Please forgive me. And Ramanujacharya hugged him. You actually understood real humility. You give all credit to your guru. And shortcoming to yourself. Any mistake, it's my fault. But any good quality is mercy of guru. So that's, yes.
Hare Krishna. So Maharaj, as you said, Manduka Muni said that there was a mistake in your judgment.
Yes.
But we many times tell that there is no mistake in the supreme government, supreme laws of the supreme government.
Yeah.
So it appears that there was some misjudgment by Yamraji in giving the punishment, and then Manduka Muni corrected and told that 3 years later only someone should be punished.
Yes. Well, that was Krishna's arrangement. He inspired Yamaraj to make a mistake. So Yamaraj can be cursed and come as Vidura and have association of Krishna and the Pandavas and Maitreya Rishi. Krishna's arrangement. The same thing with Maharaj Parikshit. That Krishna arranged for him to be cursed. He's pure devotee. Why? Because Krishna was feeling his separation. He wanted him to call him faster to back home, back to Godhead, and to hear Srimad Bhagavatam from Shikari. So Krishna does things with his pure devotees for some purpose. There is a purpose behind. Hare Krishna. Last question.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you for the wonderful class. Maharaj, I had this question that when we say God is not the author of evil, but we see author of evil and suffering, but we see suffering within communities who follow theism. So that essentially contradicts the statement. How to understand that?
Well, I mean to say, everybody, every person is responsible for their own happiness and their own suffering because of their own actions. You may say, I don't remember doing anything bad, but in past life, you may brought with you your past karma. So how devotees should deal with that? Actually, devotees should think that because of my past misdeed, I should be suffering even more. But Krishna, I'm trying to be his servant, try to be conscious of him. He's diminishing what I actually deserve to suffer. He's giving me only a token. So that's the way devotees should think. No? Not that, oh, I'm such a good person, why Krishna allowed this to happen to me? This is not the proper way to think. It's wrong way of thinking. It's difficult sometimes when we see trouble, suffering, but we should understand the soul is not harmed, never. Whatever happened to the body doesn't affect the soul. The soul is eternal, full of knowledge, full of bliss. So how the soul can be harmed in any way? But because we identify with the body, we suffer. But we shall know, we shall be prepared in this life to get a spiritual body in next life, so we don't have to suffer anymore. And that's why we are preaching to people. You want to stop suffering? Here is the best way to stop suffering, forever, not just for a little time. Because people are happy just to solve a little problem here and there. So much heat, easy. Oh, nice. But for how long? Understand? We want permanent solution, not temporary solution. So that's what the Krishna consciousness is all about. To help people understand their ultimate benefit, their ultimate happiness is with Krishna. Ladies have any question? I may answer one if they have. All right. Ask your question. No? Very shy. All right, so thank you very much everyone for the opportunity. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaura Premanandi. Hari 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 Bo.